We are live.
Yes, we are. This is where we do the thing where we talk about things and
We are
stuff.
Discord.
Who has the
We are
you
Twitch.
got the show notes up, Bobby?
Oh, I've got them.
All right.
You know, behind this picture of me. Second here, my MacBook came somehow. And good evening. You are listening to Earth's Mightiest podcast, episode 180. Even. All in Steven. What's up, gentlemen's of the Southland?
Pretty good, my friend. I'm here. Breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was hurricane season this week in Massachusetts.
Did you get flooded in?
I didn't get anything. Every time they say it didn't even like rain that hard.
That's good.
Yeah, can't
Yeah.
be too snooty about it, I guess. But
Us
I have learned
Floridians are,
not
are
to.
pretty experienced. We're pretty seasoned in the whole hurricane thing.
I mean, even when there is like a storm warning in Massachusetts, and there are bad snowstorms, but it's really hard for me to get excited and like go to Walmart and buy a bunch of water in August. But I did look for that yellow sky and stuff. I guess that's like a tornado, they say.
All right. No such luck, huh?
Not this time. I'll keep my fingers crossed.
Count your blessings. Count your
Yeah.
blessings.
Have you guys been through like a big joint before? Like
Yeah.
what was the one the one that was really bad in South Carolina, like must have been 30 years ago now.
I
Yeah,
I don't.
Hurricane Hugo. I was
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I was there. I slept
What
through it.
year? What year
Did
was
you?
that?
Hmm?
What year was that one?
Uh, had to have been early 90s,
90,
something
yeah,
like
like
that.
92 or it was like
I was sleeping under a coffee table in our living room, and I slept up right through it. We woke up and there was just a bunch of trees all over and like power lines down, and yeah, like we just woke up. I just woke up and we didn't have power for like a week.
I actually have a uncle who's a firefighter on the Isle of Palms off Charleston.
Okay.
Like, a volunteer firefighter, but he uh he put in a good he put in his dues of volunteer work that week, I'll tell you.
I went
They
to
still talk
Hawaii.
about it. Recently?
Yeah, that was my vacation.
Well, that doesn't suck.
Yeah, it was pretty rad.
Uh, Big Island style or what?
We went to Oahu and then Big Island. Yeah, I got to
It's
swim with sea turtles.
yeah,
I hiked through a volcano
Black Sand
crater.
Beach,
Didn't get to see any lava though. A little disappointed, but
Pirates.
no
No.
pirates.
Um,
Lots of
did
beaches
you
though.
go? Did you go on a Black Sand Beach?
Hmm? Uh, we didn't go to the official black sand beach, but we went to one that had a bunch of like the the
Dark,
sand was
dark
gray
gray.
enough. Yeah, where because of the lava rock and everything.
I'll tell you, I don't know why anyone would ever choose to go to the Black Sand Beach. Until you can't really sit down or stop anywhere. That sand is hot.
It's not that bad. I mean, if you wear flip flops, but I mean, it's cool to see though.
Yeah, it's super cool, right? I was pretty little when I went to Hawaii, but I also swam with the sea turtles.
Yeah, it's pretty rad. Highly recommend, but probably not in this time period
Like
anymore.
general climate,
We
like social
when
climate.
we went, like they actually have, like like you have basically three things. Like one, you had to show a negative COVID test, like 72 hours before your flight, and then or show proof of vaccination.
Yeah.
And then if you do either of those, you have to quarantine for 2 weeks.
If you refuse, you will be shot.
I wish.
Which is
No, not really, but
two
kind of.
weeks.
Yeah,
I guess that's the deal, right? I mean, it is what
yeah.
it
I
is.
mean, they're not messing around in Hawaii.
Hey, you're sick. Here's a box and here's a bucket.
Yep. Way to waste your vacation, asshole.
I just saw I just saw I know I'm gonna get it for saying this on the podcast. I just saw a buddy of mine who is recovered now. He got Delta,
Oh, jeez.
and he had his vaccination.
Yeah,
And
that sucks, man.
yeah, he was in a hotel, and they like they like walled off the wing of the hotel.
Oof.
It was I talked to him a bit like through it, and then I was kind of curious. He's been uh, tested negative for like 10 days or something like that. So
Yeah.
he's good.
So yeah, he recovered. So that's good.
Yeah, right. And
Good.
but I was like, so let's put me in the put me in the box. What was it like? And he was like, it's bad news. And like I did think I was gonna die for a while, and it's the worst sick you ever are. And not only that, there's a lot of like it's just such an intense flu that you get very like uh like like woozy, like what am I trying to say? Like dementia.
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
That brain fog
yeah, the
is a
brain
thing.
fog.
Yeah.
Brain. That's it. So yeah, I guess I mean, like, avoid if possible, and then at the same time, like, some people are starting to say the move now is, uh, if you're safe and whatnot, and won't be spreading it willy nilly. Like, maybe it's time to start getting it and getting those real good antibodies, which doesn't sound very fun, but
Mm.
Difference between a hospital and a casket.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Have either of you guys gotten sick with it?
Nope.
Nope. But I've had loved ones die
Yeah.
from it.
Sorry.
So
Yeah. It's hey folks, shit is real.
yeah, don't don't take don't take horse medication.
Is that what they were talking about? That thing that they were doing?
Yep,
I don't remember
that's
where
what
I
it
heard on the
is.
news. They're taking horse medication.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
mean,
Don't try
is it a
to
horse painkiller or what?
don't try to make logic out of it. It just don't.
It's not logic. I
Like
thought you're supposed to ingest
seriously,
Lysol and then.
and they expect it to work. I mean,
Again, it doesn't make sense. And if you try to make it, it's just gonna make your head hurt.
Corwin, if you bleach the inside of your body, it will be completely clean.
Mm-hmm.
okay,
It
it just won't be alive.
It'll be right. It'll be inert. You'll have that Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
A
And
dead body is really the
what I
same
love about it
blood
is
body.
what I love about it is just like, don't take the vaccine because like that's like that's something made by the deep state. That's something made by big pharma, and you want to screw the big pharma, right? That's why I'm gonna take this horse medication made by Merck, who's a big pharmacy
Right, and
pharma corporation.
Viet, I will refer to your previous statement that don't try to make logic out of it. When someone
Exactly.
finally said that to me, it did soothe me a little bit to realize, right, like this is my problem. I keep trying to get people to have a logical, like, uh,
Yeah.
right, like
Yeah. It's
intercourse, and like that's not gonna happen.
yeah. Yeah. And I mean, and then there's probably some people that are like, I'm not going to trust anything that's not FDA regulated or FDA approved. And then and people are like, I was like, oh great, now the Pfizer one is FDA approved, right? Then people get it. I was like, no, they'll probably keep pushing the goalpost and be like, oh well, that was just the deep state pressuring the FDA to approve it, or something like that. And you're just like,
I'd like to take this moment though to
quadruple
rescind my
facepalm.
earlier use of the word intercourse and then replace it with discourse. Thank you. We
Oh,
apologize for the confusion.
but this should be a show about comic books, I think. So let's what
Talk
have
about
you,
some.
anything else we need to
Wait.
talk about in regards to our lives and
Oh
what's
wait.
going on?
Nah, not really. Same old, same old.
Yeah, I'm a little bit stuck in a groundhogian loop at the moment myself, so
Comics are more fun than real life.
they are. Although who's to say comics aren't real life, like comics are I make comics my business, and that's my life.
Well,
Something.
I'm waiting for my mutant powers to kick in. Still, I passed puberty a long time ago. I think.
Dude,
Be certain.
I remember like whole like putting all my thought into like just wishing, hoping, please, anything, just give me like extra vision. I don't know, a couple feathers, anything, so I can be a mutant.
Feathers. You
I
can
want
keep
to be
that.
a mutant.
You can keep that. But
I didn't want feathers, but it makes good for good descriptor.
yeah, well, um, no, you, I got nothing less. Bobby, you got anything?
Where is my trackpad?
Well, besides the trackpad.
Um, I was thinking that uh, I want to try something. This is serious this month. See if you can. Let's see. Whoever's got it on the fly. Go back to naming the really, really good and really, really bad books. If you can come up with something. If you can't, so it goes.
Um, we'll see how that works.
Yeah,
So
you never know. Oh, it's me. Great. I'll think about it hard.
we are here to podcast to the listeners out there to share some things. However, before we get to that, we definitely would love for you guys, the listeners, right now, to leave a podcast review. Podcast review is the best way to spread the word about Earth's Mightiest podcast. As we always say, in the ocean of other podcasts, it's a lifeline that draws listeners to us. It's super easy, it's super quick. Whichever platform you decide you want to leave feedback on for us, please do so we can spread our cheer.
You're already on your phone right now, and you actually already have the podcast app open. So I'm not sure how much easier it could be.
Yeah. And if it's not on iTunes, then yeah, let us know where it is. You can email us. Earth's
If
Mighty
you find it in the deep
EMP
state,
EMP at earthsmightestpodcast.com, or let us know on our Facebook group or Discord, and we'll read it on the show if that's something you would want us to do.
Yes, indeed. Get your shout out.
Yes.
boom,
All
bam.
right, there's also another way to support the show if you would like to. We have a Patreon account at patreon.com/EMPcast where you can donate as little as $1 a month to the show to help us keep the lights on and ship stuff. Because of course we do give away some free comics, some sketches. If you're Patreon subscribers long enough, you get mugs and even some custom stuff built by our very own Viet.
Hey.
So do us a solid if you can and hit us up with that stuff. besides that,
Our boy John Macy just got his new EMP mug. He said he liked it. So.
Wow, that's probably the first one in a while, right?
Mm-hmm. He's our newest one.
Big time.
so yes, do that if you could, please. And with that, we are going to let Tribe One take it away with the theme.
All right. Okay. This is Earth's Mightiest podcast. I am Viet Nguyen, and with me, as always, are Corwin Kroll
Greetings.
and Bobby Moriarty.
Hi.
We stand strong as your front line to the Avengers titles published by Marvel Comics. We defend you from the bad books and avenge the books you may have missed.
Issues will be rated from 1 to 5, with 1 being an extremely bad news item, and 5 is just creme de la creme, the top of the pops, the good stuff.
COVID negative.
That's right, COVID negative. Perfect. I like that. There will be spoilers, so remember to keep your ass warm, and also warned.
Yeah.
You've been COVIDianly deformed.
All right. Okay, so we are covering the Avengers titles that came out in July 2021.
Why?
That's just how it works, Bobby.
It's what we do.
It's what we do.
Agreed.
It was the month before, I think. Are we in August? I think we're in August. What's before August? July? Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just making sure. All right. We have Avengers number 46. Written by Jason Aaron. And why isn't it not pulling up? Oh, there we go. Cool. Yeah. Written by Jason Aaron, art by Javier Garron, and colors by David Curiel. And so this is part 1 of World War She-Hulk.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And yeah, like I'll just go over like the quick beats of everything, and then we'll kind of delve more into the details. We basically start off with Gorilla Man finally cashing in his betrayal and allowing the Winter Guard to infiltrate the Celestial Avengers base. And the Winter Guard comes in and they kidnap She-Hulk. And with a little resistance, with they try to fight them off, but they do not succeed. Apparently Gorilla Man worked with Dracula in order to get himself killed. But instead of him getting killed, Ursa Major gets killed. If you like, they had they had some double, triple agent things going on, and Ursa Major's dead. And then we jump to some kind of trial of She-Hulk, and she's found guilty, and it looks like she's in a literal red room, being programmed to turn into a red She-Hulk. And that's the end of the issue.
This is a kangaroo court.
Yeah. But
So,
yeah.
Taking and Breaking of Jennifer Walters. I like that title.
Yeah. This was intense. like normally, I guess after like an event like Heroes Reborn, there's sort of just like a little, like a lull or like a plateau of some kind, and it just like jumped right into it.
Anyways, no time.
Agreed. Did we lose Bobby?
Bobby, are you muted? Make sure you're not muted. He's there in the circle. Circle's there.
Yeah. Mm.
Wait for him to fix that. But I like how Jen's happy place is her beating the crap out of Namor.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty sweet. I guess and there's a little bit of foreshadowing where Captain Marvel is like letting her know like basically how powerful she is. Like where they kind of briefly talk about like how she kind of has everything in check, and which is it's a great sign of it gonna be not that way anymore.
Yeah, just setting up just so we can go.
Yeah, it was like, hey, it seems like everything's gonna be fine.
I do like the fact that She-Hulk talks to herself by reciting different lawyer laws
Right.
and provisions and stuff. So I thought it was a cool way of showing her inner process.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think. There was like an Avengers issue where Gorilla Man and Ursa Major were talking, right?
Yeah, they were hanging out at a zoo. I think it was.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if that was like an Agents of Wakanda issue or not.
Nope, that was this book.
Okay.
I think that was the issue we learned of the betrayal.
Gotcha.
And he was really a double agent, so it's a nice thing there. I do like how Crimson Dynamo's Hulkbuster armor went from like capturing She-Hulk to encasing her.
Yeah.
Like first it grabs her hands by her fingers and it completely encases her.
Yeah.
And leaves. So it's a good touch. Package being wrapped.
Mm-hmm. And that Volstock, was he always in the Winter Guard? He seems like he seems new.
Yeah.
And he's kind of got like he's got the Winter Soldier arms.
You know, this crew does have a mini series coming, so I will. The first issue is already out, so I will be reading it soon.
Yeah. So is he like a T-1000 type dude?
I don't know nothing about him, so
yeah.
Art is cool. At one point, Gorilla Man beats the crap out of Iron Man, which
yeah,
kind of brutal the way they showed it, how it went down.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Tony does kind of treat him like shit. Like he's like, hey, what's going on? What, like, why aren't you doing anything? Why aren't we? Do we pay you for anything? Like, what's going on?
Jesus, I'm sorry.
There you go. I do love how Starbrand is just how she treats Danvers, Captain Marvel. She's like, out of my way, Kree.
Yeah.
As she barrels through.
Mm-hmm.
So, pretty good interactions. But Red Widow didn't have to do our boy Ursa Major that way.
I was really starting to like him, and which is probably why Jason Aaron wanted to tug our heartstrings, and I was like, I just started liking Ursa Major, that drunk, belligerent asshole.
Maybe they won't kill him. Maybe he's still alive. We'll see.
Maybe.
But at one point, Red Widow even tries to take Gorilla Man with her. She's like, "Let's go." And then, of course, that's when he's like, "This isn't the plan. This wasn't the plan."
Yeah, and why does he need them to kill him?
So the curse. Well, I don't think he can die by his own hands.
Oh, okay.
Whoever kills him becomes the new Gorilla Man.
Oh, okay.
The curse gets passed on. But and the issue here, we see She-Hulk turning red.
Mm-hmm.
Ew,
not a good sign.
Bad news.
Nope.
You're far away, Bobby.
Oh, I'm just pulling her up here so I can see the names proper. We got champions number 8. Killer app.
We're still talking.
Oh, Avengers. My bad.
You were just far away.
Look
we
at
couldn't
me.
hear you, but you're much better now.
I thought you said fire away.
No.
My
well,
boss.
what did you think about this Avengers issue coming back from Heroes Reborn?
Yeah, I mean, they definitely waste no time, uh, which is nice to instead. Like a lot of times, you get that little lull, couple of throwaways, maybe a guest artist that has no no place working on the book you're on. You know, we've we've got a lot of iron still in the fire. We'll see. I mean, what did you guys think of Heroes Reborn overall? I guess that's the real question, right?
That was last episode. Let's focus on this.
Yeah. Um, it's fine. I mean, it's not killer.
All right. Well, since She-Hulk is one of your favorites, Viet, how did you feel about how they portrayed her and how they took her down?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense. Like I'm not like it'll be interesting to see her as red She-Hulk, or I guess Jennifer Walters red She-Hulk, because there was already a red She-Hulk at one point. But yeah, this is interesting because like you're sort of mixing, you're basically doing Black Widow but also She-Hulk, and that should be interesting.
Widow Hulk.
Yeah.
I guess that you know epilogue or whatever, the actual appearance of the red is probably the major takeaway, right?
Yeah, and they're literally in the red room. So
Beat you over the head.
If the women who come out of this are called widows, what are they called? The men who go through the red room, do they have a name?
Dinner.
yeah. I don't know that because like
Wait, are there guys in
there's Red Guardian.
Well, did he go through the program? I don't know what you do is went through the program. It just kind of hit me that we call the females widow. Is there one?
I don't even know if there is a program for men.
Men?
It's an interesting
it's
question.
only for the women.
I thought that was part of it. Yeah, like.
And I guess what did She-Hulk do? Did we learn anything about that? Like why was she on trial in Russia?
I think they just made that ish up just for a reason.
Right. That's what I was thinking. Like there wasn't something that she did in the previous issues where like she screwed over Russia somehow, or screwed over the Winter Guard somehow. Because I mean they fought each other, right? So, but it's probably like I'm guessing just I'm assuming just like a fake trial just so they can capture her.
Yeah, a reason.
But yeah, I really like this, and the fact it was like pretty intense right after Heroes Reborn, so I'm all for it, and I'm all for a She-Hulk based storyline. So let's see where it goes.
They definitely
do agree
didn't
with
take their
that.
feet off the gas.
Yes.
Which they have no time for, so that's refreshing. I agree. Why are they all rocking the Roxxon gear? Like they're all decked out.
Which panel are you talking about?
Let's see. It's page 24. There's really only 4 panels. It's like a bunch of close-ups where they're.
The cover for next issue.
No, it's no, right before that, like 2 pages before that. Like there's the one with
you talking about Champions or Avengers?
I am talking about Champions. I'm sorry.
Anyway, so grades. Throw the grades out there then. Let's
Busted.
You forget the process.
I'm gonna be you still, right? You know, the train keeps rolling. Keep giving them 4s. It's a good time. 4 for Bobby Mo. Skipping ahead.
I'm going to move it up a little bit with 4.25 taking and breakings.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4.5. 4.5. Bare necessities.
I think
Not bad.
Garon has a little bit more growth to do with his drawing to really cement his style and to grow still. I think some of his faces are still a little.
Yeah, he's just like he's almost there, almost like
Yeah.
just like on the cusp. I see the potential.
Exactly.
Like he could like he could be like Pepe Larraz if he just a little more detail.
All right,
There's
Bobby.
a lot of people in that in that camp these days, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
Pepe became kind of the go-to master pretty quick, right?
I mean, I was loving him from Uncanny Avengers now, so he's
Yeah,
been one
I
of
mean
my.
he's a badass. I
Wow.
agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
But he's still like fairly new in regards to.
He was definitely listed as like a young gun at some time in the last, maybe the last time they did that.
I have to research, but
All right.
go ahead and take it away, Bobby, because I know you're.
All right. We got we got Champions number 8, Killer App Part 3, writer Danny, Lori, artist Luciano Vecchio, color artist Federico Blee, and VC's Clayton Coles on the letters. So yeah, Viv's back in the squad. Yeah, so the meeting for dinner time with the dog before they go to Roxxon. Huh?
Sparky.
What else happens? It's like they're doing espionage at Roxxon. I don't know. Like the champions are not holding my attention at all anymore. The art's also really not good on this issue. Like it's just they're really backing into like kindergarten looking characters and faces, and I don't know. I'm not enjoying this book anymore. It's been pretty steady. How do you guys feel?
I think it's the same thing we said last time we covered one of these issues. I just feel like I'm not the target audience.
Yeah.
It's not reaching me the way it should. The art is also just not my style. It's not bad. It's pretty solid. It probably wouldn't be my first choice.
I guess that's more fair to say that it's stylistically not
what I'm interested in at all. But
it's very flat too. I mean, I suppose if they look young, right? It's
well, even
that's because they are.
Even the head bad guy looks like she's like 17 or something. The art style, I don't know if it's just they're trying to really use the manga influence, kind of. But
yeah, I was about to say yeah the art style is very manga style.
But it just doesn't work for me.
There's no click whatsoever. Like the way that it used to feel was like constant caper, like with characters that I was really kind of I wanted to know what was happening with them next. The drama unfolded at the right pace, and I just can't shake the feeling that we keep reading the same issue. You know what I mean? Like Roxxon still.
Yeah, it's just like them fighting, like them fighting, like an evil social media app, like an evil like an evil social media app just doesn't appeal to me. Like at some point I need them punching something.
That
Like
was
it
already
doesn't
old, like 6 years ago.
it doesn't need to be like nothing but punching, but there should be some punching. Like, again, like maybe again, it
you're
just
right.
might not be for us.
But I mean, even if that's true, there was a time when it felt like they probably were connecting with their right. It felt cool too, right? Like maybe even still, out
This
of our.
writer, I think it's just this writer that
It's just so stiff.
not feeling this new direction for the book.
And I guess to sort of defend this, or just sort of to be fair, Mark Wade was a person who started the Champions, and we're also old, and so is he. He's also an old white dude, just trying to sort of like. I wonder if young kids read Wade's run and be like, this guy's trying to be trying to like he's trying to write us kids, and we don't get it, and he's totally missing the thing. But it makes sense to us because we're also old. So maybe, really reaching here that might actually reach to the young kids.
The double reverse.
Yeah, exactly.
Psychological.
Yeah, this one might actually reach to it. That's why it's not working for us. But like I said, I'm really reaching here. But yeah, I agree with you guys. I could not care less about evil rocks on social media.
And I rarely get that feeling like with our books. You know what I mean? Like that I'm just literally I'm out. Like
You mean like Savage
you know I mean?
Savage Avengers?
It's getting there, right? It's just it
Yeah.
feels a bit
It
like
hurts
a waste of time.
to say, but yeah.
Which it hurts to say because it was so near and dear to my heart at a time, and I guess I'll go on record as saying if that's true what you just said, Viet, I hope I hope it's not, like, because it seemed like it was really awesome for a while.
It was, and
I'm going to take us. Oh, go ahead.
And I guess one good moment though is to see Kamala's parents understanding her, and I was just like, oh, that's a nice moment. But yeah.
It was kind of nice of Vision to get them 2 pizzas.
Mm-hmm.
I like Viv's little suit too.
Yeah, her new suit is pretty rad.
Nice. So
that's actually fair. Yeah, that's fair. That's maybe the best.
Side note, real quick, Pepe Larraz. So he pretty much goes. Everything I'm seeing online is Marvel based. One of his earliest works was like Spider Island, Spider Girl.
Okay.
But he had a really good run on Star Wars Kanan. The character from Rebels, his origin story, which I remember loving that series. I do think he did some Wolverine and the X-Men, as well as Inhuman stuff, and of course Uncanny Avengers.
I'm going to tie it all back together, Corwin. That's why you were so up on it when Kanan appeared in the Bad Batch.
Oh, that too, but he also did the No Surrender run.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Remember the weekly run from the Avengers. So
yep.
That was like, in a way, that was like his residency, almost like his like debutante coming out. I mean, he'd been out for quite a while, but I felt like that was a big step for him to have. I think we talked about just that fact.
All right, throw out that grade for that Champions, and I love how you wanted to talk about Champions. So you're so eager to talk about it.
I wasn't so eager to talk about it. I was just looking at the wrong book.
And then all of a
I
sudden,
apologize. Hey,
it's gone.
I thought that was pretty amazing. I managed to not spoil anything. Um, they were all wearing Rock Song sweatshirts. It was kind of ugly. It's like when your heroes sell out. I'm gonna give this 2.5 up the middles because it's just that bland.
I'm going to give it. I mean, it's a average comic. It tells the story well. The art is followable. It's good story. It's decent storytelling. But I am going to give it 2 heads are too big.
Really, lower. Good. I was about to ream you for being an apologist for mediocrity.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it yeah, 2.5 cauliflower pizzas. And you didn't know they were cauliflower pizzas. They're just like, here, I brought some pizza. And then you're like, oh, but it's healthier for you. Oh.
That's almost a deal breaker.
Yeah. Because I was just gonna go 2.5 pizzas. I was like, but ooh, 2.5 pizzas. Like, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so that's what I was like, I had to throw in a curveball in there. Like, it's like 2.5 pizzas, but it's like healthy, like tricked you, haha, I'm vegan pizzas.
It's like 2.5
Tricked you,
pizzas,
I'm
but they were
vegan.
made in LA.
Tricked you, I'm vegan.
Yeah.
pizzas?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, that's the main coverage that we're doing. And then since we have like so little books, we're back to our retro issues, and Corwin is gonna talk about our retro issue.
Yes, we've got Avengers The Initiative, issue 6, written by Dan Slott with art by Steve Uy. That's how you pronounce it. I completely forgot about this dude. He's fallen off the wayside.
It's Steve by Art Gwynn.
But this issue is basically kind of about Gauntlet. Of course, he's pushing these cadets. He's trying to whip them into shape. However, he does often uses the name of New Warrior as a disgrace, as a derogatory term, and we do have quite a few former members of the New Warriors here in training. We get to see his wife, who has a shirt that says "wife" on it, and his little girl. So, family man. However, as he's leaving home, he gets ambushed from behind and pretty much beaten the crap out of. And Tigra and Yellow Jacket, aka Hank Pym, end up finding him during their discussion of exercising and how she wants him to be healthy. And he said he is healthy. He kept up with her last night, which she says barely.
Mm-hmm.
There's some funnies there. Yeah. So the whole issue basically is all about the persons of interest of who would have ambushed Gauntlets. They throw good grief, I can't remember most of these characters' names again. Slapstick. Debris, Ultra Girl. They throw them in jail in a holding cell to interrogate them. And at one point, they start making fun of Vance Astro being a sellout, and they're asking if he's going to come also give them the 3rd degree, and then they end up throwing him in the holding cell as well.
Yeah. Like,
which
crap.
I thought was hilarious.
Yeah.
And funny. But basically, the whole issue is them trying to figure out who did this to Gauntlets. Gyrick is trying to cover his tracks because, of course, Tony Stark has sent people to investigate and is giving them free reign to the whole facility, which Gyrick and Dr. What's the German professor? I forgot his name. Of course, they have MVP's body in the basement, and they're definitely trying to keep Tony Stark or anybody else from the government from knowing what's actually going on.
Baron von Blitzschlag.
Yeah. That dude.
Blitzschlag.
So in order to prevent the discovery of what they got in the basement, Gyrick okays them to forcibly wake up Gauntlet out of his coma, and Gauntlet lies and says the person that attacked him was one of Iron Man's villain, the Ghost. But we come to find out at the end of the issue that Slapstick was the one that ambushed him.
What?
Yeah, he lied. Why would
Ghost
he do that?
now appearing in a major motion picture, or now having appeared. So I first of all, this book is great. Like, this is the type of Marvel through line story that I think we're kind of missing lately. Partially because the Marvel universe is like very, very much disjointed, but there's like I want to try to make a comparison between this and the best parts of the prequel trilogy, but I'm not exactly sure what to lean on here. It's that you see the machinations, like the wheels turning of like large plans all the time, and it's these little tiny things that happen, which like the butterfly wings that end up causing hurricanes, and especially like with the benefit of foresight that that we're living with now, and knowing really everything to come. It's always worth reading these books again, because like those are those things that do matter. Sometimes there's just no way to know in advance. I don't know. I really enjoy
I'm not
this
gonna lie.
set.
There is a large degree of nostalgia with it. The bit of CGI they try to use to make the issue pop is a little but of course this was back in, what is this?
08 probably.
07, 07, 08,
Post
2007,
Civil
2008.
War, so
Yeah, so it's a little bit of its time, but the storytelling, Dan Slott is just gonna kill it, and these kids and the story that he's telling is just fantastic. So definitely loving it. And I forgot that Justice has a little fling going on with Ultra Girl, I think is her name. Got himself a little girlfriend.
Yep. And also the Shield agents found like the hardballs uniform, I guess, that he used to infiltrate the the facility when he stole the
Spin tech.
yeah, the spin tech, yeah. The I don't know if I like this artist though. The Steve Uy art. Like, for one thing, like he keeps like lightening Gauntlet the further you go into the book. He's a black man and he is not black towards the end.
copy that.
And like, what the hell, Steve?
That is annoying.
What are you doing? And like the heads seem a little big for their bodies.
There's always one or two of those, right? In like, especially in longer.
Is he a fill-in? Fern?
I don't remember. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Sully
Yeah,
the majority of the run.
Yeah, it's Caselli, and someone else, but
Yeah, like you go from Caselli to this, and I'm just like,
yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, but I mean, like, storytelling wise, I think it's pretty good, but like actual, not my cup of tea.
Definitely
Yeah.
not better than Caselli's.
Yeah, for sure.
You're lucky. I'm not 12 years old anymore, and I used to just not read a book if I didn't like the art because I didn't know what they were talking about, anyways.
Yeah.
It's cool. So that kind of does it with our regular coverage. We do have some quick hits. I don't know how many of these issues you guys read, but want to run down the quick hits?
Yes.
Is you were talking about Night Thrasher?
Hmm?
Were you talking about Night Thrasher? Is that who you said?
No, I
That,
didn't say
he's
Night
not
Thrasher.
white. That he's not dark.
Gauntlet.
Oh,
Gauntlet.
well, later there's a. Yeah, that's a bad thing. Sorry for the interruption.
But yeah, we have America Chavez, Made in the USA, number 4. Written by Kalinda Vasquez, art by Carlos Gomez, and colors by Jesus Albertov.
I'm worried the same kind of appropriation is going on here that happened when when Born in the USA was taken by Ronald Reagan. Like America Chavez, Made in America. I don't know. She's all about selling cars.
they quite literally retcon her whole origin story now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel about that. I was fine with what it was before, but now it's like they literally made her an experiment.
What? Well, you know what this is, of course.
Tying into the TV, is that what you're gonna say?
Oh, yeah, this girl's going mainstream. They can't have her. They can't have her just how shall we say it, manifesting of two lesbian multiversal entities.
Well, she has 2 moms still, so I don't see the point.
I don't. I mean, I know. I'm joking. Like,
Yeah, this is like, dude, like
the lines that they draw are
like,
so silly.
yeah, America Chavez is a corporate, like a corporate checkbox, like a corporate woke checkbox, like just a walking corporate woke checkbox.
Which sucks because that's
It's
not.
just
That's
like,
not
yes,
who-
let's put her in. She has 2 moms and she's a person of color.
Oh,
And
you're
she's
so
gay.
right, dude.
Yeah, and she's gay.
Right. She's a second generation carpet muncher.
Oh,
I didn't say
Jeez,
that.
whoa.
Somebody had that. But I mean,
Yeah,
right?
Keith.
You know?
Yeah.
Like it's in. You're right, and that's horrifying, right? Like, because of course that conversation was had, and then the following one was, but we got to kind of like, this isn't really going to fly if we want to sell maximum number of, I don't know, like female toned Marvel care packages, whatever.
Yeah, but back to this book.
That said,
I was really into this book, and yeah, now that they completely retconned her story, I'm just like, I don't know. But I mean, it's sort of cool that there's more of her, right?
She's got a sister. Huh?
She's got a sister, and like, I don't know, like, what happened to the other girls?
Well, that's true. The other experiments with the same, they end up with the same powers
Yeah.
like her,
So it's almost, I don't know, like, or maybe just because we've had so much Black Widow, like, kind of tossed our way, but it's sort of the same thing, but America Chavez instead.
right. I think that is a plausible concern, be it.
But yeah, I mean, the art is really good in this book, and like the story is interesting, but it's more of like, I don't know, maybe it's sort of like yeah, it's more of like I don't feel like I needed a retcon, but we have one.
At all.
So yeah, but who knows, it is what it is.
Yeah, but I mean, but is it like it does? It feels very much. It does feel like deep state corporate overhaul. Like it's right. Like it's hard not to.
Feels
It's
like
hard
a
to
way
shake
to say
that
it
in a
that
way. Yeah, it's just like.
But I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Listen,
that's
kid, you're going to the big time. You want to go or you want to?
I don't know, like maybe this is what the writer wanted, or like to ground her a little more. I don't know.
We don't
Um,
know. I suppose that's true. Which is actually maybe a of interest as well. Like at this point, I mean, I used to think of America pretty specifically as a young Avenger and uh, Kieran Gillian and what's his
Mary
name?
McKelvey.
Right, their character. I know that he didn't invent her, but or I guess I don't know that for sure.
No, he didn't. She came in. She first appeared in the Vengeance miniseries by what's that writer's name now? I can't think of. Um, it'll come to me. Keep going.
Um, she's gotten like in the last say 5 years, we've had a couple of different America takes, like a number of team ups with Katie, a couple of road. There was that road trip book. She is a little bit. She's like bobbing on the ocean. Like somebody does need to take charge of who she is right now and write their, write their Dark Knight for her.
Yeah, I don't know why they thought this would be a good idea to change her origin like this.
yeah, I liked her just being from another dimension. That's
Yeah.
fine. That could have been.
Yeah, it's
I didn't see a need to do that, and I mean, if you go by by your theory, Bobby, of like getting it to fit more with the MCU, but like we already have a multiverse in
right.
place,
So easy to and
so you wouldn't have to do that.
I sure. I mean, like you can write that logic. And this is another one of those. It's not
Yeah,
logic necessarily. It's
right.
right. It's and I also I want to go on. I want to be clear. I'm not screaming for the
Yeah,
like
you're not.
pitchforks and
Yeah,
torches.
you're not comic skating right
No, I'm
now,
not comic skating.
and like
It just
screaming about
seems
woke
like
stuff. But I was more ragging on fake corporate wokeness, where
yeah.
like Chase Bank
It's
kneeling in
all
front of
smoke.
their safe of money. Like that's the kind of like corporate wokeness, fake wokeness that I'm talking about.
Retcons are always like especially just straight up or origin retcons are always a bit icky, and then it just doesn't look good. That's all.
I mean, if it ain't broke,
Agreed.
she was unique. She had a very unique origin. She had,
Totally,
it
I
was
agree with that a hundo.
it was fine. It was
Created by
fine.
Joe
But
Casey.
Joe Casey, there we go.
Like that.
All right. Well, what'd you guys think of Moon Knight #1?
It really brought me back to the Warren Ellis uh leisure suit
Yeah.
Moon Knight.
Yeah.
I liked it. You didn't like it, Bobby?
No, I did. I haven't read it.
Oh, okay.
But that's a strong. You know what I mean? That's a definitely strong vote of support. That Warren Ellis stuff was good times.
And I mean, even what's his name?
Which was the only time better than Bendis, really, in my opinion.
No, the last run by. Okay, I'm not. I don't have my.
You have your glasses on?
On my tablet. No, I don't have these issues on my tablet. But Marvel has consistently kept a Moon Knight series running.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Let me pull it up because he's had some
Yeah.
damn good writers. I just don't know. I guess they just came in with finite stories and then decided to leave. But
Yeah.
you guys,
So yeah, Jed McKay is the writer of this issue. Art by Alessandro Capuccio.
now Jed McKay has been absolutely killing it on Black Cat. He made me Love that book. And
Really?
then his Taskmaster miniseries he did, um, probably a couple months back when he was on the run from Black Widow has been fantastic. So writer alone made me come to this title. But
That's strong.
do you have the other creative teams?
There's just a ton of them. What we can at least, if you want to learn more about Moon Knight, you can listen to, I think it's Into the Night. Into the Night.
Yeah.
There's definitely a Moon Knight podcast.
Yeah.
It's got something
In
clever
the
title.
hashtag collective net on Twitter.
Well, here we go. Jeff Lemire and Greg Smallwood. I started that run. I didn't quite finish it. I have all the issues.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Oh, yeah. That was about like New York getting like taken over, right? Like turned into pyramids and stuff.
No, that
No.
was Avengers.
That was Avengers. That was him.
No,
That was him when you weren't sure if he was hallucinating or not through
Yeah.
most of it. The one I'm thinking about is written by Max Bemis. Now, Max did some fantastic stuff with Fool Killer when it was one of like the Deadpool Merc with the Merc for Money group.
Mm-hmm.
He did fantastic stuff there. So I started this run here with
Okay.
Moon Knight as well, and it was really good too. But Max Bemis, he's famous for something else. I don't know if
He's got a dad.
he's a director or something like that.
Yeah,
too.
he writes horror stuff.
There we go. So
Like maybe The Box.
something like that. Yeah.
Something
So
like
that series is worth checking out. The Jeff Lemire series is worth checking out, and this one is worth checking out. And if you caught any of I think the Warren Ellis run, he only did like the first 6 issues before he passed it off to Greg somebody and Colin Bunn. But check those series out if you really want to get into Moon Knight. And this new one is looking to follow in a lot of those footsteps there.
Yeah, I like that they have both versions, right? They have like the suit version and like the hooded, the caped and hooded versions. So he's sort of like playing like Daredevil in just this one area of New York.
Yeah, he protects people. I don't forget how he says it, but people in the night, they're safe in the night, or
Yeah.
something to that effect.
But also like fighting like demons and vampires and things like
and-
that. Yeah.
Well, his first appearance was in Werewolf by Night, so
Mm-hmm.
it goes to show you. And his TV series is coming too, which is exciting. So Oscar Isaacs. Go ahead, Bobby.
Yeah, that's big, right? Like Poe himself. I was just gonna say that I admit to feeling a bit overwhelmed by Moon Knight's constant. The constant, like the updating that doesn't seem to tie at all to the last one ever, which I guess is supposed to be part of it, right? Like he's like an anthology character in a way.
No, I mean he still acknowledges his personality disorders. Like even
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
But I guess in some ways, like you said, this is that Warren Ellis, like the suit thing. But
It's a little bit of everything, which is what's good. They do build on what came before.
mhm.
yeah, I'm not disagreeing necessarily with that. Just more that it becomes a lot to juggle, I think. But it is kind of interesting that there's been like a Moon Knight series running.
Yeah, there's been a consistent Moon Knight run like for a really long time.
And they also kind of like keep throwing like a pretty serious team at it that doesn't always stay, but like Warren Ellis and so on. I did notice this Steve McNiven cover.
Yep.
On this one.
Yeah, the Steve McNiven covers are awesome.
He doesn't seem to be drawing the inside.
Yeah, he's making that cover money now, like Mark Brooks.
Hey man, right?
And yeah, that it's the guy is named Ray, and his podcast is called Into the Night, night as in KN,
See,
So definitely
that's
check
costing them
out.
listeners right now.
Yeah, definitely check out his podcast.
He is the expert. Bo Show.
All right. Unless
Yeah.
anybody else got anything, we're gonna get up out of here. Listeners can reach me. Well, can
Hold on.
reach us. Oh, you
Hold
got
on.
something else?
Did you guys see that preview? No Way Home.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Peter.
Very
That's all.
exciting.
Yeah,
I'll give it to him.
it's very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
It is. That's all. That's all.
and just one more. We can kind of continue with the joke. Mephisto.
That's what I'm glad that.
I heard a rumor. I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard a rumor that China would ban anything with anything with devil imagery, and that's why they're probably not going to actually have Mephisto.
Huh.
I could be wrong.
I'll tell you what.
I cannot confirm nor deny.
I have a cousin who just moved back recently, and who took a bride while he was there. It's kind of a weird way to say it. Married a woman from China, and was pretty engrossed in staying there until he couldn't. And I've got a buddy that I went to high school with who also lived over there for several years, was an English teacher. I'll ask him, see what he thinks about that.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
China, USA.
Go ahead, Viet. What were you saying?
No, go ahead with the contact info stuff.
All right. So, listeners can reach us at EMP at earthsmightiestpodcast.com. Don't forget we are on Facebook. Join our Facebook group at facebookgroup.earthsmightiestpodcast.com as well. You can find me on Twitter at EMPcast. Viet, where can they find you?
At Comedian Viet. And before we go, I'm gonna plug it in the chat. Also on Twitch. Anytime you're on the Twitch within the next month or so, you put in !reefer in the chat. It'll bring up our buddy Thatcher, co-host on EMX. He has a Kickstarter right now for his comic book called The Grim Reefer, and it's a horror comedy about a killer that was buried in a place where marijuana is grown, and people that smoke said marijuana are haunted and or possessed by said killer. And
that's what happened in How High.
Yeah, it's a horror comedy comic, and I actually made a Funko Pop as a reward for that.
Nice.
That Kickstarter too, and I think he gave a limit of 10, and I think last time I looked there were 7 already taken. So but yeah, support our boy.
Absolutely.
But yeah, you can follow me at Comedian Viet on the social medias. I do a Twitch stream, working on toys 3 times a week. So twitch.tv/comedian Viet.
Go see your boy Viet too, because the guy's not a magician, he's a scientist, and an artist with the toys. And buy one. I've got one.
Where can people find you, Bobby?
They can find me in my bedroom making beats these days. I put a couple up on Instagram, and my Instagram is at Bobby Mobetta, BOBBYMOBETTA. Trying to think I'm ready to start jumping a little heavy into actually putting some music up. So
Nice.
yeah, turned a corner, right? Woke up one day and I was like, wait, I'm here. I know now I'm comfortable with these gears, and it's time to go. Let's do this.
Nice.
And,
all right. And as we were talking, the hashtag #TheCollectiveNet on Twitter is where you can see all the other podcasts. There's a plethora of podcasts about majority of anything, and as we said before, there was There's a Moon Knight one, and the Adeline covers the Inhuman stuff. There's
Whoever your
podcasts for
Marvel,
everybody.
yeah. Well,
Well, yeah, it
mostly,
was
I
like
think they're
DC.
mostly Marvel, right?
there's like there's Marvel, there's DC, there's like specifically
Oh,
movies, shows. There's all kinds of stuff on there, all kinds of
it's
comic book
growing.
centric podcasts.
So definitely check it out.
All right. Special thanks to Tribe One for our theme song. Check out his site, tribe1.bandcamp.com.
Jeez, how long are we gonna have to thank that guy? Tribe, you're awesome.
Yes. And with that, we will see y'all next month.
Catch you in the next one. Goodbye.
Good night.
Ew.
Bye, everybody. How many? Let me see how many. We only have one viewer, so no sense in raiding into somebody else. All right, we're gonna end the stream. So thank anybody that's still there or lurking or whatever. Bye.
Thank you guys for checking us out.
Yes, indeed. Thanks.